get ready for your mind to be blown, because in the first two lessons, it's going to be pretty basic and stuff. But after that, we are going to skyrocket with insane prompting techniques. And without wasting any more time, let's log into ChatGPT. To do that, we simply type in openai.com. We are greeted with this interface. You can either click here on ChatGPT and then try ChatGPT, or right here, try ChatGPT. It will ask you to log in. You enter your email address, or you sign up if you have never done that, or you continue with Google, whatever you prefer, and you will be in ChatGPT. In this first lesson, we will talk about the interface because it looks pretty clean, but there are some features which are slightly hidden and not really easy to see. So first, let's start by saying that there are two models, GPT 3.5 and GPT-4. GPT 3.5 is free and GPT-4 is paid. We are only going to use GPT 3.5 for this course. The Plus has access to GPT-4, which is connected in real time with the internet and the information. Meanwhile, the free version stops his knowledge at January 2022. However, I will show you a way to basically bypass this obstacle. Then in the GPT Plus, you can also use custom GPTs. You can also browse pre-made GPTs, create your own GPTs, or buy your own GPTs if you want, and therefore also sell your pre-made GPTs. I will consider making a course on how to make a GPT further down the line, but for now, let's stick to the free version. So we close it right here. The first thing that we're going to do is acknowledge this prompt bar. This is where we type in our messages. There are also 4 recommendations from OpenAI. We are going to go ahead and click one of them to see what happens. Let's go with come up with concepts for a retro style arcade game. It referred to me with my name. I'll show you how to do that in a second. And as we can see, we have 5 names, which also have a description below them, which describes the games that we asked for. Perfect. Once GPT has sent his message, you have 4 options at the bottom. The first one being copy, which allows you to copy and later on paste a message. Then we have good response, which tells GPT that it did a good job and it will keep replying in that same style. Bad response, which does the opposite. And regenerate, which allows you to regenerate the answer if you weren't happy. Once you have regenerated, you can say if it was better, worse, or same. And you can also go back to your first or second response as much as you want. As you can see, what GPT tries and do when you regenerate, it tries and switch up a bit the style of the response. As you can see here, it was 1 bullet point with a description. Here, to try and give you more information, it also is giving you a genre, as you can see, and change the style a bit of the response. Then here we have a button to share the chat. If you go ahead right here and click copy link, you will be able to copy and paste the link. And if you open a new tab and paste it, you will be able to see the chat. The other features of the chat can be found in the sidebar. Then by clicking on the 3 dots, you can choose again if you want to share it, rename it to whatever you want. And then if we go ahead and click archive, our chat disappears, but it's not deleted. And here we can click on new chat to open new chats. Now let's look at where are the archived chats, how to delete them, and much more. Let's now look right here in this section. If you click on your name, you can see logout, which of course logs you out. And then there are custom instructions and settings. Let's go on settings first. Here you can choose the theme if you want it light, dark, or system. You can check your archived chats. You can unarchive or delete. I'll unarchive so that it appears here. And then you can also delete all the chats that you have previously created. Keep in mind that if you delete it, you will never have access to it again. And even if you use the link that you had before. As you can see, if I copy in the link 404, this page could not be found. Now, regarding the other parts of the settings, there is data control. Here there is chat history and training. I highly suggest you to have this on, because what this allows the AI to do is use the chats that you have had to improve his own training, and it also allows you to save your chats for more than 30 days. Otherwise, they will just get cleaned out. And then you can also delete your account if you want, but I don't want to. So let's close this and let's go on custom instructions. Custom instructions allow you to get better responses from GPT, and you have 2 boxes to fill. The first one says, what would you like ChatGPT to know about you to provide better responses? For example, if you're going to use GPT as a student, for example, in this case, you could type, I'm a student, 18 years old. which struggles with science and history, however is strong in math. So this will allow GPT to tailor his answers to your needs as a student in high school. And then you can also click here on Show Tips, which will show you the basic questions to which you can reply to gain better responses. And then there is, how would you like ChatGPT to respond? So for me, as I already said, I'm an egomaniac, so I have chosen address to me as Buzz. However, you could type something like, I like my responses to be in bullet points, extremely detailed, not necessarily professional, but with a simple language. You can also, if you want, reply in which language should ChatGPT respond. So for example, let's just say that you do French as a second language is cool. Could also type, whenever I type to you in French, reply to me in French. So if I now hit save and I say hello in French, as you can see, it's replying in French. This is the power of custom instructions. Just remember to click enable for new chats, otherwise every chat that you will create will not have these properties. Now that we have talked about the basics of the interface, we are about to move into basic prompt engineering. I don't want you to be scared from the names, because even though this sounds like scary, I guarantee you that I'll put it in a simple way so that even a rock can understand it. Last thing before leaving this lesson, right here on the bottom right, there is this small question mark. You can tap it and you can see the shortcuts which can help you. However, the interface is so clean that you don't really need shortcuts. Regardless, I'll see you in the next one.